write it down on something so it doesn't get lost, so I can get back with you on that. The festival was done, I think I've been through a lot of the details, but just about everybody. It was done in too short of a time with too little money, so I'm just totally pleased at the response we're getting, because it was really just thrown together with bobby pins and rubber bands by a lot of people in their spare time, 18 hours of spare time a day. So any particulars about the festival, as far as budget, as far as where the funds came from, as far as the performers themselves? I amassed a lot of promo on the different performers. Although I wouldn't forward you their promo without their consent, I can be in touch with them so that you can, represent them. Was there any general questions anybody wanted me to hit on while we're out here?
What are the dates for next year?
Next year. Well, the first thing on our agenda is sleeping all day Monday and Tuesday. In case anyone was wondering, the parent sponsor for this is the U.S. Cultural Preservation Society. And this is an organization that was formed by 7 of us, artists and performers, about 3 years ago to challenge the extinction of Mallory Square when the city of Key West decided to end the sunset celebration. And in fact, it took about 2 years of political maneuvering. We ended up on the good end of the stick, and we realized then that it was time not just to protect it but to promote it, and thus came the festival. And so it's the organization that's doing it's all performers and artists, and most of the artwork, fundraising, organization, and maybe I shouldn't say most of it, almost all of it, 95%, is done in-house. We had some help in our PR nationally from Andy Newman, who helped us a really good lot of Newman PR in Miami. Yeah. And what else? This year, the response was so overwhelming. There was no, as soon as we started out with the idea, that it became apparent from the questions from other cities and stuff that there was an interest in moving it around to other places. The one in Key West here is now annual. We're going to have it every January. We would like to foster the idea, and like you all to consider it for your own towns and cities, of moving our festival around in the summertime, having it also once every year in the summer, Busker Fest that is. What we would do is entertain in a different host city every summer. It would move, and that means internationally. I know there's people here from about 7 or 8 different cities, and they're mostly in North America, all American except for Toronto. But I intend to go with a new grant this year, that's what's on Wednesday's agenda. There's a new Florida grant for international cultural exchange, and I want to try and reach out to for maybe the 2nd or 3rd year going for Paris or Amsterdam or something like that, get it going internationally. The first year, the most obvious choice would be some place where we can reach right now, an American city, and some place that has a high consciousness of street theater already. So we could bring it to a place that is ready to welcome it and doesn't have to be too educated on the first shot. So, with that in mind, I hope you all will consider it for your own town or city, whoever you're here representing. And this would be, I know some of you also have existing festivals that you would either like to, that you're altering or just beginning yourself, that involve street performers. I'd be real happy to do any consultant work or supply you with what information I have while you're here for your own festivals. The Traveling Busker Fest is an addition to what you already have planned. If you're planning a regional festival, it could be incorporated with your regional festival, as we incorporated the Hall of Fame Awards, which this is the 4th year for that, into Busker Fest. We have given out ballots to all the performers also, and asked them to vote are the 7 international street performers that they feel gave their most to the art form and were the most inspirational to other people. 7 people. And one special category for someone from the other side, either lawyer, writer, or whoever, who has done the most to help the rights or the cause of street performing. Sunday, we're going to get all those ballots in and tally them, and whoever those 7 and 1, whoever those 8 are going to be the first inductees into the International Buskers Hall of Fame, which is the first award ceremony for that. It's going to be next year in the Tennessee Williams Fine Arts Center. Whoever wins those 8 awards will fly in next year and wine and dine them as a guest and have some feature shows with them. Is everybody leaving before tomorrow? Is anyone going to be here for the picnic? Everybody's going to be here for the picnic? Great. Cool. Then it'll be a lot of time for me to sit and talk with you maybe at the picnic, because it's just free form tomorrow. We're going to have some food out there, but there's nothing special planned in the way of, with the exception of, there's going to be some open busking. Temujin, the storyteller, will be telling stories for the kids. Duke Krause will be there doing puppet shows for the decrepit. And you got to see his trained flea circus, man. It's great. It's a trained flea show. We have some good news and some bad news. 2 of our most unusual performers who we had hoped would play tomorrow in the park. One is Masaji Terasawa, one of the 8 remaining taffy pullers. You know, some people have seen him at Epcot. He's a Japanese taffy puller, and he's got quite a thing, quite an interesting thing. He's going to be here tomorrow. The bad news is that I just got a call yesterday morning from Paris if Philippe Petit cannot make it. So, but he apologized wholeheartedly. They're having a general transportation strike in France right now, and he can't. He was supposed to get out of here, and he was going to end up here tonight, just get a night's sleep, and have to work tomorrow and fly back to New York. So I almost felt kind of bad for him, pinching him in like that. So it's probably just as well for him. We decided that because of such short notice, there was nothing that couldn't be helped, just couldn't be helped. So next year we're going to plan a major event with Philippe. He's the first on the priority list. We're going to go for either a high walk or something really unusual from a guy who is really unusual. Okay, I'm sorry I neglected to say that. In case anybody missed it anywhere in the program, Philippe Petit was the gentleman that walked between the World Trade Centers, towers in New York City, and probably the most prominent international busker that there is at the moment. Anyone else?
Say you want to take the festival traveling. How soon would you consider doing that?
We
Like
could
next
do
summer?
that this summer. We could do that this summer. We need 6 months to plan a festival, I see now, of this size, and do it right. We did this festival on 3 months and $50,000. The only way it could possibly have happened was the fact that I've been working so much in this town politically for the last 2 years that people came out of the woodwork from these political exchanges we had to help us. Because what happened was, when it became a political issue at Mallory Square, the town got deeply divided on the issue. The Chamber of Commerce, the Port and Transit Authority, everybody went on the other side. And the only reason that we ended up coming out as good as we did is the whole town, the people, were on our side. The people that come down to Mallory Square, the man on the street. So they all pitched in to help us do it. I would say if you were looking forward to doing a festival anywhere along the same stature or nature of ours, you should probably plan on 6 months and $100,000. You could pull it off with $75,000 if you really did the same thing. You scraped and scrapped to put it together. We did 4 publications, 4 printings. We had a black and white brochure that went out. We did a mailing of about 1,000 of those. They were targeted to reach the performers themselves. Immediately when we realized 3 months before the festival that we had a grant, that we had to have a festival. No, that's how much time we had. We in all truth didn't even expect to get our first grant. Everyone kept saying to us, and nobody gets a grant on their first time, but maybe the second one, so just put this one in, and the second time maybe you'll get it. I was as surprised as everyone when they awarded us the first grant and realized I had 3 months to put this festival together.